go
looking
out.
forward to our book club on Dream Count.
Yes, we have to find another date.
Yeah, we do. We do.
So,
But I am,
um,
whatever date it is, I'm so looking
yes.
forward to it. It's such a good book. I love reading this book.
It's
And it's just yummy.
it
She's
is.
such a good writer.
She's so good. She
She is someone whose use of language is delicious.
shivers and chills. Like,
It just
just you uh,
she is
I just
I just don't even know where she gets those damn phrasings from, that word salad from. I just am like, but when she writes it and she says it, I'm like, I get it. I get it. And how, when I looked at him, gravity slipped away.
yes,
I mean, like,
yes.
her
It
writing
is
is
so she's exceptional.
exceptional. She's
She's
extraordinary.
extraordinary.
Yeah.
She is like, I don't know, LeBron James. I hear his name a lot and like she is top of her game.
She
Okay.
is. She
She is top of
is.
her game. She's like Serena Williams and like
Yeah.
of the tennis. She is just top of her game. And I know when people say, read this book, like, and I say, read this book. And
Mhm,
I know
mhm.
like it can say, this is what I'm like, no, do give yourself a gift
It is such a
and read this book. And why I was really excited to talk about this with, and it might have to be pushed out, to May. I'm hoping. Why I'm really excited to talk about this book with the group, right? It's because in this group you have women at different seasons and stages of their life.
mhm, mhm.
I feel from her that she's such a woman's woman.
She
You
is a
know when you
woman.
can
She's a
tell
feminist.
a
She's a
woman's
feminist.
woman, that's right. She's
Unapologetically.
an unapologetic, but she's not one of these.
She's not, but she has
She's not
grown
one of
in
these
that. Like when
ones that, but she's such a woman's woman,
yes.
yes.
But she
And
will say, I am a feminist in
yes,
a true sense, and
yes,
I've matured in it. But
yes.
the feminine energy,
That's
like she
right.
was the one who made me look at that word again because I'd only heard, I just had a
Yes.
white woman's kind of vision, and what I think you're saying is from African American, and I have to remember this is a Nigerian woman.
Yes.
African American would say, Chimamanda, you're a womanist,
Yes. A womanist. Yes. That's what we would
but
say.
from her, but she doesn't have the same.
Yes.
So she says, but she is for women.
She is for
She
women
loves
and
women
you.
and
She
for
loves
women.
women. And I think that, Cherie, that's why it's like almost like a battle cry, like read this book, like read this book.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like for each one
Hmm.
there's something that you can take away, that it's like that you're just where you can see yourself,
Yes, yes,
you know what
yes,
I'm saying,
yes, and relate
you
and
can
to
relate
your friend, to your and empathize
exactly.
your younger self, your older, like all of it.
Exactly. Even in the season of like,
See your
even
mother.
as a mother,
Yes.
this like, when you're and like there is just such there's so much, and I especially for, and my heart really, I'm much more softened than I
Mhm.
was in my earlier years
Mhm.
with
Mhm. Mhm.
with women dating, with
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
whole dating scene.
Right. Yes.
Because I
Oh
think
yeah,
like
same.
in my earlier
Same.
years, it just, I didn't get like I
Right.
didn't
I
really
didn't
get it.
understand
I
it. I
didn't
didn't understand.
understand
Right.
the terrain, or I
Right.
would say I
Right.
didn't believe the
Right. And
description
now it's
of the
like,
terrain.
oh,
And
everybody
now,
can't be crazy. crazy.
Right. Everybody can't be crazy.
All these women can't
They
be
all can't
like,
be crazy. And so, but for the grace, right?
but
Like,
for the grace,
but for the
honey.
grace.
But for the
And
grace.
so, and especially because, we have daughters. We have
Mhm,
daughters
mhm, mhm,
and
mhm,
we have nieces.
mhm,
And
mhm,
it's just so rough. And I was able to, I mean, I've grown since that place, definitely. But I
mhm.
think what this novel helped, even in that area, is just a deeper level of compassion
Right.
and a deeper seeing, because
Well,
these are
some
women
novels make
who,
you see and weep.
and
Like
yes,
and I was like, oh.
gosh,
I mean, Darnell, quite honestly,
ah,
I mean, and I love now going back to her interviews because she
yes,
laughs
yes,
at how some
yes,
of us are very strong about
yes,
these men. And she's
yes.
like, really? Do that? And I'm like,
Really?
I can't stand that motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm like, whatever, Shani, you can have some grace for him. But
Yes,
I, quite frankly, think he is, oh,
yes,
he just, but I love she created a character that I felt so strongly about. And she
yes.
created this beautiful woman who I was like, wake up,
Wake up.
you deserve better. And I was, and to hear her longing at 40, but whereas before I would be like, oh, you didn't marry, you're 40. But I was like, girl, if that was the guy,
If that was the guy, no, no, no,
I was just like,
no.
because he would kill you.
Yes,
He
yes.
would kill you.
Recognize a bullet that you dodged.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, recognize the bullet that
And
you
I
dodged.
and I loved that these were not poor African.
That's what I was also saying. Oh
I
my gosh,
love,
I love that.
oh
Thank
my God.
you. Thank you. Like these are lies.
Oh yeah, she's like, I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't know what you're talking about. Not
about.
my reality.
Not my
You know
reality.
what I'm saying? I don't know what you're talking about. They were intelligent, creative, dynamic. Like when I was reading these, and even though they were like in their 40s, for whatever reason, I felt like older. I don't know.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
did
yeah,
you
yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah,
like, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I
felt
am. I'm
like,
20 years.
I
I am
understand.
I
I
felt
don't
approaching.
experience that all the
But
time.
here's the
But
thing. It actually was transgenerational because even though they were 20 years older,
yeah,
I was older, but at the same time, I didn't feel so disconnected.
connected. Yes, the way that
I
she,
felt very connected to these
yes.
women
And
who
I was just
warriors.
like, when we look at our women that we are raising, and they're more in line, what we hope for our daughters is that they are educated, they
Yes,
are, have a global view, a
yes,
global perspective. I know
yes,
what, they
yes,
are, like these things, they are beautiful. We do want them to be
yes.
badasses, right?
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
all the
right,
things. And
right.
you're thinking like on every, from a checklist, right? From a checklist, you're like, okay, check, 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 check. Like you are the shit. All of them.
All of
You know what
them,
I'm
all of
saying?
them, all of them.
And the fact that you are struggling.
Right.
What I feel is, so for those of our, for our girls that are in that range of,
Mhm.
being out there and trying to
Know
date
that it's
and all that,
okay.
it's okay. And there's nothing, because you read this and there's nothing wrong with these women have checked all the things,
Yeah, there's nothing
right?
wrong with them.
There's nothing wrong with them.
Exactly. So
So
there's
I think
nothing
like,
wrong with
and
you.
there's nothing wrong with
So
you.
there's nothing wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with you. And I
And
think that that's
I,
so important.
right. And I love how in one of her interviews, she was she was like, I wanted women to know they are good.
They are good. Yes.
They do not have to settle for
That's right.
nonsense.
They are good and they do not have to settle. And for mine who are young and coming into it, it's like Yeah, you like what does it look like to know to just have these anchors, right? These
Hmm.
anchors,
Hmm.
these stories. Stories are so important.
They are.
They're so important. They're such help, for
Hmm.
you to be able to know. I love the sisterhood. I love the commitment to
Yes.
friendship, even though it wasn't all like we don't like it,
Right.
all the stuff. There was
Right.
this care. I loved how they cared for Kia
Oh,
Datu.
Kia Dot. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it's just, it's so great, and she reminded me of Zora Neale Hurston, or she reminds me of
Yes,
Zora
she
Neale
does.
Hurston.
She does,
And the
doesn't she?
reason why I
Truly a
say
woman's
that
woman.
is
Yes.
because, also like Zora, Zora Neale Hurston, writer in the Harlem Renaissance, because now we are taping our next episode. You didn't know that, but we just rolled into it like a mini pod. But we
Okay,
did
we got
right.
a mini
But
pod.
listen,
We did a mini
Zora Neale
pod.
Hurston, bold, vivacious. I mean, just takes up space, full
And she's a
confidence.
Zeta.
Yes, yes. And so Chiamanda has that just majestic. That's the word when I think
She
about
is
her.
majestic.
She is
There's a
just
nobility,
majestic.
and she walks in her God-given authority.
Yes.
Like she knows I am a powerful woman. Indeed,
She,
I am.
yes, indeed
Indeed,
I
I
am.
am.
Indeed I
And she
am.
walks in it, and she walks in it with such grace. And she
Yes,
says, and you should not be intimidated.
that's right.
Walk in yours.
Walk in
And I'm
yours.
not going to not walk in mine.
Time.
I mean, I
Exactly.
loved, she did an interview with,
Trevor Noah. Yeah, though I sent you that.
oh,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
sent it. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. First, she
Wasn't
seemed,
that so good?
she looked like she was having fun
She did. She did.
because, some of her interviews,
Yes.
she's like,
Yes.
I'm doing it.
Yes. But she also was in a space where she
But
could tell them the truth. Like it's been.
right, she told him the truth, but she and Trump, they chopped
They
it up.
did. They
They
chopped it
chopped
up.
it
They
up.
chopped it up. They chopped it up. That
She can
is
handle
such
it.
a
I
great
love that interview.
it's such a great interview. It's one of my favorites from them. But getting back to Zora Neale Hurston, so
Yeah.
Their Eyes Are Watching God
Hmm.
was published in I think 1936, and it was not well received. It was not supported, and it was not well received by the Black community. And at that time, our Black male writers, held the
Right.
ground to say.
Right.
So they did not support this because they said that she, as far as her literary ability, that was definitely there, but she was not. She didn't write a protest novel,
Oh,
and they felt like that she was not actually doing what was needed for the culture.
right.
And because it didn't have certain elements, what Zora Neale Hurston wrote a love story.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? She
Mm-hmm.
wrote she wrote a love story. Okay, a little poopy poo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she wrote. And so and sh and her and it was and what I mean by that, and then I'm not going to belabor it too long. She wasn't writing a story about Black people.
Right. Right.
She
What
was,
was trying to
which is
make
what our
it?
stories before, like this is, that's what I mean by like protest story. Like this is
Right.
standing for all of Black people.
Right.
She wrote a story about a woman. It was an individual, and we didn't have those stories, right? You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
She wasn't carrying that burden
She wasn't
of
carrying, right.
yeah.
She wasn't
Right.
carrying that burden. And so so, and in this way, I feel like Chiamanda was writing, she wasn't burdening with like, this is every woman's story, you
Right.
know?
Right.
But it was here are these there's this individual stories. But because of that, right? Every woman has more of an opportunity to basically see herself and find herself in that story, if
Right.
that makes sense.
Totally. It's called I think it's called honoring the person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
can see a person, a full human.
Yeah.
We all can relate to their humanity, to those human experiences. And she's such a great storyteller. She's
Yeah,
just
she
a
is.
lovely storyteller.
She
And
is.
we need
It's
our storytellers. She
we
weaves
do.
a good story. I've loved everything that she's written. I've read all of her books,
Hmm.
and she just tells these
Yeah.
stories that not only are they good to read, and we like to read the book, they are also good to listen
Listen
to
to.
because there's such good stories.
Yeah.
I will go and get this on Audible when I'm done
Yeah.
and treat myself
Yes, because she reads it.
to the story on
I
Audible.
told,
I will treat well, I know it's going to be wonderful
yeah, I
because
told
Americana was so good.
the girls that for my ringtone, I would like for Kyrie to edit when she says literature, and I would like him to put it on a loop. And I would love for my ringtone to be literature,
Yes,
literature,
when
because
she
I
said
love the way she says it.
yes,
Like,
yes,
I love the way she says it.
yes.
I'm just a huge, I'm a huge fan. I'm so happy that her book has done so well.
Me too. Me too.
And I know I can't even imagine the energy and effort and stuff that it takes to, and I know she knows it is a privilege, but it's still energy and effort and works, and
Oh
I'm so
yeah,
happy.
especially your craft. You want
Yeah,
writers tend to like
yeah.
to
It's
be
just
doing that,
that's
not out
right.
actually doing the things that
That's
you.
right. I loved how Trevor Noah was like, I thought this was about you because of the name. He was like, I thought this was
Right, right.
your story. But it was so good. And it was also interesting to like hear because they were Africans talking
Oh, I
too.
know, I
That
know.
was
And you get to
really
also see the diversity of
that
the
diversity when she was like Nigerians are a little, like it's just it was really interesting. And it's so I just finished this other book who is a Nigerian writer, female writer. It's called The Secret Lives of Baba Sige's Wives. And it's well written. It's a good story. But it's gosh, it's there was it's nothing fresh, you know?
Mhm.
It's kind of like if you were to say, okay, let's pick up a story about, African Americans, you can write that story.
Right,
It's going to be
right,
slavery, it's
right.
going to be hardship, it's going to be, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, 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 right,
You
right, right,
know?
right,
And it's not that those stories aren't important,
right.
but I just so appreciated in
Well,
this.
Chantel, Chimamanda, you've got writers, Zora Neale Hurston, Chimamanda. You've got like literary giants.
Yes,
Um, Alice Walker, Toni
yes,
Morrison. These are literary giants.
yes,
Then you have other people who write,
yes.
and they write good books, good
Mhm.
stories, but it's just there's a reason why these people are whenever however long it takes for them to
However long.
drop something, we're
Yes,
just waiting because we know
yes,
it's the difference between a really good piece of chocolate, a
yeah,
good piece of chocolate, which is a regular store, and then one dense
yeah,
truffle
yeah,
that even exceeds the Godiva truffle.
yes,
You
yes,
that you're just like, that is all I need.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and we can chew on it and enjoy
yeah,
it. Her language, her use of language, I mean, that's just a gift, and years of practicing her craft,
yeah,
and a
yes,
lover of words and how words come together. That's when
yes.
you know, oh, this person is a crafting, just
She
like a
is
painter.
just so masterful. Well, now that the book club date has been postponed, or I have to look for a new date, I might widen the circle a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to see who else might be able
To
to
join,
to
yeah.
join and to read this read this
Did
book.
you send it to Eileen? Did you invite
I
Eileen?
didn't, you know what? I just did it for really
Oh,
the
for
just
us.
poor
Yeah,
village,
I
you
think
know.
Eileen would be
But
really
I did not,
for
I didn't think, you know, it was just like a
yeah,
quick thing.
right.
And but now that I will actually widen
Yeah,
the opportunity now
yeah,
that I know that I
right.
have to look for a new date.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good book.
It is like one, ladies, treat yourself.
Treat
Give
yourself.
yourself the treat that you don't need, that you don't know you need,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
and read this book.
Mm.
For my nieces and like Leela, I'm like, it's almost an assignment. So they were like,
Yeah,
it's an
because
assignment
you're
that you'll love.
yeah, yeah. You'll love this
You
assignment.
will love this assignment. You will love this assignment. But and I too am going to, I don't really listen to audiobooks because I can't I just don't have my place in it the way that, you know, I need to when I
Right. Well, a
read.
book that I really need,
Um
I want to take in, I'll
yeah.
read. But
Yeah.
I've started listening to different like my mysteries on Audible,
Yeah.
and then I decided to do her Americana just to see.
Yes.
And it was such a
Yes.
wonderful experience.
Yeah. So I
And I
definitely
said,
am going to listen
yeah,
to her so that I can just hear more of her voice, which is just velvety.
I did not know
Great.
she
Oh
read.
yeah, she did it. This, so I always knew, I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to it because I get to listen to her.
Okay, well, now that I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
even better. Good for
so
her.
yeah, I just am a fan. So the book that we've been talking about that we didn't name is Dream Count by Chimamanda Adichie, Ngozi Adichie, and it is out anywhere and everywhere that you can get a book. But please support your local bookstores.
Yes.
That's what we want. Support your local bookstores. And many of them you can click and ship to. So,
Yeah.
you know, it might not get to you as fast as Amazon, but that, you know, that's
Okay.
okay. That's okay. That's okay. Because we can be patient.
Going
It's not
slower,
urgent.
healthier, more peaceful, and
That's
longer.
right. You know, then by the time it arrives, you might forget that you ordered it, and bam, what do you have? A surprise at your door. That's
Yeah.
what you have. Like, you have, like, oh my gosh, what's in this box? You
Yeah.
know, what did I get? No, it's
Yeah.
really, really,
I
really
ordered
good.
a silk turban and it took forever because I needed something to
Yeah.
protect my hair. It took so long. I came home from my retreat and I saw this little flat box here and it was from Lily Silk.
Uh-huh.
And it was like a treat. You're right. I was like, what is this? And
Yeah.
I pulled it out. I was like, oh, finally it got here.
Yeah.
Whereas you're right. I was tempted to just go on the
Exactly.
thing and it would have been here the next.
Exactly.
But this is good quality
Yep.
and it was nice. You're right. It was a
Yes.
surprise. So I was
It
like, all
was
right.
nice. It's not like I need it right now. The world is falling. You can make do until you get it.
Mm-hmm,
Like that's the
mm-hmm.
whole thing. That's what
Yeah.
we have to, that's what we have to do. So we have a twofer. I love this.
Oh, this is
Um,
great. This is
so
great.
this is really wonderful. And so
Yeah. And
thank you guys. Go ahead.
it is good that we have a twofer because Friday, if we don't do it in the morning, Friday is Good Friday, and I'm trying to go to Marissa's church,
Mhm.
Chantel, is doing the seven last words.
Oh, really?
Yes, and apparently that's where Miss Audrey from her daughters go to.
Oh,
It's
what church is it? Is it Glen
Kingdom.
Arden? Glen
It's
Echo?
no, it's Kingdom Fellowship
Oh,
AME
Kingdom.
Church, AME
Okay.
Church out in Bowie, I'll
Okay.
send you the
Yeah.
information. And it's the seven last words, and each church is bringing their choir. The music is going to be
Oh,
over
wow.
the top, and Joanne Browning is bringing one of the seven last
Oh,
words.
oh, really? And what time is it?
It starts at we have to get there by 6. It starts at 7.
Did you, is it 6
It's not a
in
ticket.
morning?
At PM.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Okay.
saying, like
Yes.
we have to
Okay.
plan our because it
Okay.
is. I'm just like, oh
Oh, that's great. Oh,
yeah,
that sounds like a treat. So yeah,
yeah.
this is actually this is good.
Because
So,
yeah,
all
I got to
right.
get to one of those services in a minute.
I know. I know. All right. Well, this is
All right.
great. Thanks everybody for
Thank you. Oh,
staying around.
click, subscribe, and ring the bell, right?
Subscribe and ring the bell. Share it. Pass it around.
And guys, it really helps if you listen to the whole thing. So you do not need to just stop and listen to us.
Don't stop.
Evidently, clean your room, make dinner, take a nap, just let it play.
Take a
Let
nap.
it play.
Take a nap. Let it play. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. All right. Thanks. Night.
Bye.